It's time now for the PHL New News Report on this Tuesday afternoon, October 6th, 2015. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Mr. Wiggins. I have new news at 9, 0, and on top at 12 noon on this Tuesday afternoon here is the rain may have stopped, but South Carolina is grappling with a host of new concerns. Dam breaks, billions of dollars in damage. Washington, it took a horrific tragedy to remind the nation that its longest war, often forgotten, is no means gone, as President Obama can't stay in Afghanistan, but he can't leave. In Aden, Yemen Islamic State in Yemen on Tuesday claimed coordinated suicide bombing struggling in the Yemeni government and Arab military coalition in the southern city of Aden that killed 15 Arab and Yemeni troops. The sole winner of the $310.5 million Powerball jackpot has finally come forward to claim Michigan's second largest win for the lottery game in the state's history, and the reaction was priceless. Beijing, the Trans-Pacific Partnership Trade deal was welcomed on Tuesday as a win for the United States in a contest with China for a clout with Asia, as America's allies expressed optimism about the trip impact the 12 nations quad in the region worried. Takakaki Kajita of the University of Tokyo and Alfred B. McDonald of Queen's University in Canada were awarded a Nobel Prize in Physics on Tuesday for discovering the ubiquitous but elusive subatomic particles known as the neutrons of mass. Washington, Russian involvement in the 4.5-year-old Syrian civil war seems to be escalating, with NATO's Secretary General confirming Tuesday a second incursion of Russian planes into the Turkish airspace and insane Russian ground troops. Brussels, the EU's highest court struck down a deal that allows thousands of companies to easily transfer data from Europe to the United States in a landmark ruling on Tuesday that follows revelations of the mass U.S. Damascus, the United Nations Cultural Organization condemned the latest destruction by ISIS of ancient monuments in Syria's 2,000-year-old Roman city of Palmyra, saying that the perpetrators should be tried and punished as war criminals. In London, Britain will never in 1,000 years agree to a common European immigration policy to deal with a surging number of refugees fleeing into the continent, a top government official declared on Tuesday. In Philadelphia, police responded to a community college of Philadelphia Tuesday morning after receiving reports of an armed man inside, according to published reports. This is not necessary because of the sudden surge in Trump's momentum, but the more function of the close contest at the top of the list. California Governor Jerry Brown signed a law to create a public database of police stops in an effort to combat racial profiling, advocates and critics called one of the toughest in the nation. A United Airlines co-pilot lost consciousness this morning in Albuquerque, which the plane was federal officials said one day after an American Airlines pilot died mid-flight. New Delhi, growth prospects for India remain favorable despite a slowdown in the global economy, but the government should speed up structural reforms and relax supply constraints in the energy, mining, and power sector, the International Monetary Fund said. Benchmarks ended Monday's trading session in a green falling for gains in energy shares and expectations that Fed won't raise rates this year. The gravity of Volkswagen's emissions scandal signaling an automaker's new boss warned that the company is planning comprehensive cuts to navigate the costly crisis. London, if Brunjan Anheuser-Busch InBev says that they buy SAB Mill, it will likely force to centralize a standardized operating model. City Sports, the Boston-based sporting goods chain, has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy as they are closing 8 stores out of the 26 stores that they already have in the chain. Beijing, during the upheaval of the Chinese Cultural Revolution in the 1960s, when many of the country's Western trained scientists were shunned and persecuted, the government had an urgent scientific problem that needed attention. That sound was not like nothing Tom Hinton had ever heard before. A curse of baleful, wolf house, long and loud, and coming from seemingly every direction of the darkness. A team of scientists detailed how volcanic eruptions affect the flow of the world's major rivers, and a new study that research published in the journal Nature Geoscience that first examined the relation of the two, somehow news reported. The steer was spotted by the wildlife drive at the Ridgefield National Wildlife Refuge. He's wearing ear tags that help biologists identify and track him. The EIU cited the UK's comprehensive national policy, the extensive integration of palliative care to the National Health Service as a strong hospice movement and deep community engagement initiative has reached since for its pole position. San Francisco, it wasn't its first contest to Redfield. Micrograph showed trickle trisomy or necrosis that findings seen in strokes and medical imaging and autopsy. The FDA approved a extended release injection to treat adults with schizophrenia. Peter Chell News Time, 12:04. Let's take a look at a noontime stock market report. Here, take a look at the Dow here. It is up 4.14 points at 1678.57. SP 500 down 10.02 points, close at 1977.03. Nasdaq 4,727.83 down 53.77 points. Here, European markets. DAX 9902.83 up 8.04 points. FTSE 6326.16 up 27.24 points. CAC 44660.64 up 43.74 points. Asian markets. Nikkei 18186.10 up 18.61 points. Shanghai 3053.32 up 15.19 points. HSI 21831.62 down 22.88 points. Oil 48.22 points at 1.96. Brent 51.56 up 2.31 points. Natural gas 2.475 up 25,000 points. Gold markets. Level 47.70 up 10.10 points. Silver 50.99 up 2.82 points. Copper 2.357 up 15,000 points. Bonds. US 10-year 2.0438 down 12,000 points. German 10-year 0.598% down 3,000 points. Japanese 10-year 0.329% up 4,000 points. FX bonds, European US dollar 1.1264 up 79,000 points. The Japanese yen 120.18 down 27 cents. And Great Britain US dollar 1.5221 up 78,000 points. Looking at commodities here. Wheat 524 up 8.5. Soybean 8.90 up 5 3/4 here. Corn 397.5 up 4. Sugar 13.59 down 5 cents. Coffee 128.55 up 1. Cotton 62.27 up 40 cents. Red rice 13.395 down 5,000 points. And cocoa 3,092 unchanged. Live cattle 131.125 up 9 cents. Lean on 66.275 up 1.55. And FD cattle 178.55 up 425,000 points. Alright, let's take a look at New England incident alerts here. In Stratford, Connecticut, 2 hours ago, motor accident at 95 southbound between exit 30 and 39. Motor vehicle crash involved in the box truck, right in center lanes, close EMS on the scene. Expect some delays here. Now look at the spots report here. The Norton Leinster's boys varsity soccer team will be at Adams Field today, taking on the Bellingham Blackhawks. Game time 3:30 p.m. here. The referees made a very big mistake at the end of the Detroit Lions Seattle Seahawks Monday Night Football game. Cam Chancellor cut Calvin Johnson the fumble, potential goal attention. Evidence scooped the ball up. KJ tapped the ball as refs, Seahawks, Lions, NFL all screwed up Monday night. Tokyo French Open winner Stan Wawrinka secured his second round spot in the Japan Open by beating Czech veteran Radek Stepanek in the straight sets on Tuesday, avoiding a repeat of the last three shock exit. No team is well equipped to handle the loss of the third best player, but we might see the worst case scenario shot as before the season ever starts in the wake of Michael Kidd Gilchrist's shoulder injury. Here, telling us on 12:07 here on this Tuesday afternoon here. It's time now for a travel report. Beep, beep. Let's take a look. What is going on in the traffic here? Let's start off down and down. We're 138 westbound side of the Newport Bridge. Slow. But the eastbound side it is looking good. And now, update now. Newport Bridge is a little slow on both ends here. On Route 3 on the northbound side, we have an accident here. Before Route 3A, so expect some delays around the Kingston area of Route 3. Before 3A here, 120 on the northbound side. It is slow from after Route 135 in Needham to Route 9 in Wellesley here. Southeast expressway on the southbound side get an accident around Furnace-Brook Parkway, so expect some delays here. Mass back on the eastbound side, so the Austin Breton tolls here. Southeast expressway on the northbound side, slow around Mass Ave. Mass back in the new interchange of 495 in the Westbury. It's a little slow here. Route 2 in the eastbound side, a little slow for the Concord stretch. 93 in the southbound side, so from Mississippi Valley Parkway for the Somerville stretch. Route 2 in the westbound side, so from Leominster all the way out to Fitchburg. Route 2 in the eastbound side, so from Westminster all the way out to Fitchburg here. 495 on the northbound side, it is off Route 213 Methuen through Haverhill here. And all the highways in New Hampshire and Maine not looking good on this Tuesday afternoon at the noontime hour here. And now we're going to look at the MBTA alerts here. Subway system is looking good. Providence Stoughton Line, train 8:16, 11:15 a.m. from Providence late today, 10-15 minutes due to mechanical problem. Watch for updates here. And ferries all looking good. Pier Channel News Time, 12:10, Town Half Weather report, created issues here in North Massachusetts at 12:10 p.m. 66 degrees, with fair skies, humidity 49%, wind speed variable about 3 miles an hour, barometer 3.1 inches, dew about 46 degrees, and visibility 10 miles an hour here. Okay, let's take a look at our current conditions at the noontime hours. Logan Airport, 62 degrees, 61 in Bedford, 60 in Beverly, 52 in Gloucester, 62 in Lawrence, 64 in Fitchburg, 60 in Worcester, 63 in Sturbridge, 59 in Milford, 62 in Norwood and Taunton and New Bedford, 63 in Plymouth, 61 in Falmouth, 60 in Chatham, 59 in Provincetown, 62 in Martha's Vineyard, 58 in Nantucket, 59 in West Socket, 57 in Providence, 62 in Wesley, 61 in Block 62 in Montauk, 65 in Islip, 67 in New York City, 64 in New Haven and Bridgeport, and in Denver, 61 in Waterbury, Connecticut. 63 degrees in Meriden, Connecticut, 61 degrees in Hartford, 16 degrees in Winslow, 58 in Springfield, 55 in Greenfield, 57 in Athol, 58 in North Adams, Massachusetts, 60 degrees in Pittsfield, 61 in Albany, 60 in Colorado Springs, 55 in Relton, Vermont, 58 in Bennington and Bremer, Vermont, 54 degrees in Keene, Hampshire, 60 degrees out in Jaffin, Hampshire, 61 degrees in Nashua, Hampshire, 62 in Manchester, Hampshire, 61 in Nashua and Lockwood, New Hampshire, 52 degrees in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 60 degrees in Portsmouth, Hampshire, 63 degrees up in Port Maine here. Alright, let's take a look at our map situation around the country. Shows a stationary front from northeastern Nevada stretching through Utah, warming down from South Dakota up into Minnesota here, and another pink front from northeastern Minnesota stretching up into Northern Ontario here, and a stationary front from South Dakota stretching way out to sea here. Another cold stationary front from western Cuba stretching off the Florida coast and merging the pink front, hugging behind the stationary front with a front by through Florida and out to the Gulf of Mexico with a low pressure southwest of the Florida Gulf Coast here. Another front by from western Kansas stretching in eastern Colorado down to New Mexico with a low pressure right in southwestern Kansas here. And another front by from southeastern portions of California stretching in the Gulf of Mexico with a low pressure in southeastern California, and then a front by off the California coastline and central and west central portions of California with a low pressure off northern California here. Front by from southwestern portions of Montana down from western Idaho with a low pressure in southwestern Idaho here. Another front by from Ohio stretching down to Kentucky, Tennessee, and north central portions of Alabama here. And we got high pressure ridges in the Intermountain region around the Four Corner region here. Another one in the Central Plains of Searching in the western Great Lakes here, and another high pressure ridge from the Middle States all the way up in the southern Quebec here. And we got high pressure centers in northwest Mexico and southeastern portions of Washington State. 58 degrees in Detroit, 63 degrees in Pittsburgh and Washington, D.C., 67 degrees in Atlanta, 83 in Miami, 79 in Brownsville, Texas, 66 degrees in Dallas, Texas, 61 degrees in Kansas City, 59 in Chicago, 57 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 62 degrees in Omaha, Nebraska here, 42 degrees in Great Falls, Montana, 53 in Seattle, 63 in San Francisco, 66 in Los Angeles, 61 in Las Vegas, 60 in Salt Lake City, 53 in Denver, 70 in Phoenix, Arizona, 59 degrees in Albuquerque, New Mexico here. Alright, let's take a look at what is going on in the radar situation here around the country here, because it is a beauty here in New England there. Alright, let's look at radar situation around the country here. And we're seeing some lines of showers of thunderstorms off the Carolina and Georgia and Florida Atlantic coastlines here. Spotty rain showers off Fort Myers, Florida. Petrie. Spotty rain showers in southern Florida, south of Miami here. And some line of rain showers and spotty rain showers around southeastern New Mexico and around west central portions of Texas and north central portions of Mexico here. Line of rain showers coming to much of Arizona and southern Utah. And another line of rain showers in central Nevada up in the northeastern Nevada, northwestern Utah, then have southeastern portions of Idaho, then for southern portions of Wyoming here. A lot of rain showers up in the northwestern portions of Oregon and up the southwestern portions of British Columbia here, and a line of rain showers, spotty showers in west central portions of Ontario, east central portions of Ontario, and northwestern portions of Quebec here. A lot of rain showers in the southeastern portions of Quebec, and we're seeing another line of rain showers in eastern portions of Nova Scotia here. Okay. Alright, look at that. Satellite loop shows some 9 clouds off the Carolina, Virginia coast here, and a 9 clouds coming much of Michigan and northern Illinois, coming much of Indiana and northern Ohio, down to the west central portion of Kentucky, and a 9 clouds from West Virginia down for southwestern portion of Pennsylvania here, and a 9 clouds from southern and west central portion of Texas down for southeastern portion of Mexico here. 9 clouds coming much of Arizona, Nevada, Utah, eastern Idaho, and Wyoming here. A lot of clouds coming much of western Oregon and Washington State, east central portion of Washington and northern Idaho, down for northwestern portions of Montana, and a lot of clouds from British Columbia and Alberta. And this is Joaquin here. While some clouds up in the northern Quebec and up in northern Ontario here. Alright, speaking of Joaquin, the latest on the storm is still a Count 1 storm with 80 mile per hour wind gusts as of 11 a.m. here. And 30.3 to the north, 59.6 to the west, and movement northeast at 18 miles an hour here. And latest public advisory here, Joaquin slowly weakening while accelerating northeast wind. There are no close watch to the border in effect here at 11 a.m. Atlanta Standard Time. The center of Hurricane Joaquin was located near latitude 3.3 to the north, longitude 59.6 to the west, and Joaquin is moving toward the northeast 18 miles an hour and turning toward the east northeast with some further increase in forward speed as expected later today by Wednesday. Max same winds increase near 80 miles an hour with higher gusts and additional slow weakening is forecasted, and Joaquin is expected to become extra tropical late Wednesday. Hurricane force winds extend outwards up to 45 miles from the center of tropical zone. Force winds extend outwards up to 230 miles an hour here. The estimated minimum set pressure is 974 millibars of trade, 77 inches here. Surf swells generated by Joaquin will continue to affect Bermuda the next day or so. So swells are affecting much of Midland and Northeast coast of the United States and increase along the coastal areas of Atlantic Canada, and those swells are expected to continue for the next day or two. Light threatening and surf and whip current conditions are likely associated with these swells. Please consult products from your local wear office here. Alright. I traveled away located about 850 miles east of the Western Antilles, producing disoriented showers and thunderstorm activity, as upper level winds are expected to remain unfavorable for tropical cyclone formation in the next few days, but they come a little more conductive either this weekend as. However, any development of this surface should be slow to occur. Well, it moves westward about 15 to 20 miles over the next several days. Moisture chance for 4 hours, low 0%. Moisture chance for 5 days, low 20%. Eastern Pacific here. An area of low pressure is expected to form about 1,000 miles southwest of the southern tip of Calvin Peninsula within a few days. Some gradual development in the system is possible late this week while the system moves northwestward. Formation chance for 4 hours, low 0%, and formation chance for 5 days, low 20% here. Okay, take a look at the forecast discussion here. High pressure will bring dry weather to the southern New England on Thursday. A warmer trend expected today and Wednesday, and cooler Thursday. And low pressure and associated cold front will bring showers Friday into Friday evening, followed by mainly dry and seasonal conditions over the weekend here as leftover low clouds across the ports of the Cape and the Atlantic should consider reached by early afternoon hours. Most clouds across much of the region are middle level. Morning should give way to some cumulus clouds this afternoon. This is shown nicely in the model crust sections at near the 850 millibar level. Nonetheless, still expect partly sunny skies to continue throughout the afternoon. This will allow afternoon hours to reach in the 65 to 70 degree range for most locations. Sea breezes will kick in along the immediate coast by mid-afternoon, risen on the temperatures in the upper 50s and middle 60s in those locations. All in all, next today than we recently experienced with mild temperatures, less wind, and more in the way of sunshine as I'm expecting. Today's highs around the region, 62 to 72 degrees. Tonight's low, 42 to 52 degrees. And for tomorrow, 65 to 75 degrees at some of the clouds from Canada come down through southern New England somehow. Alright, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Today, most of that's got about 600 degrees. Northward about 5 miles per, so it'll be perfect weather for the North Lancers boys soccer game against Bellingham Blackhawks here. Tonight, most of us got about 44 degrees. Light variable wind becoming northwest wind 5 miles per minute night. So if you go into the Taste of Tri-Town at Benson Crossing from 5 to 7 p.m., selling all sorts of food, you're going to have perfect weather in store. Wednesday, set sky about 70 degrees, north for about 6 miles an hour. Wednesday night, most of us got about 47 degrees, north for about 3 to 5 miles an hour. Here. Thursday, set sky about 62 degrees, and north for about 5 miles coming in the morning. Here. Thursday night, forecast got about 45 degrees. Friday, check the showers after 9 a.m. Punch bug before 8 a.m. west. Most of Alaska have about 66 degrees and chest pages 50%. Friday night, showers activated before 9 p.m. Punch bug before 11 p.m. Then punch bug after 4 a.m. west. Most of Alaska have about 48 degrees and chest pages 6%. Saturday, check the showers between 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. Punch bug before 9 a.m. west. Punch the skies with a high of 58 degrees and chest pages 30%. Sunday night, podcast got about 42 degrees. Sunday, most of the podcast got about 62, about 44 degrees. And for Columbus State, most of the got about 64 degrees. Here's what a phrase of the day. A terrific Tuesday in store. This is Peter Wizzy. You have a good afternoon with goodbye today, Junior. Have a good day.